went swimming for the first time in 3 years
Oh, bloody
on Thursday.
nice.
Thursday evening, I could hardly move.
Where was that?
In the national pool.
Oh, nice.
All right. Oh, not in the sea.
No, no, oh no, I'm not allowed in there, am I?
Too much pollution.
Yeah.
All right. Hmm. How long were you in for, Dave?
Sorry? Oh, I only did 10 lengths.
Oh, bloody hell.
God,
No wonder you got a bad leg.
I don't think I could do 10 lengths.
Oh, yeah, of course you could. I'm gonna go every week now, and I got permission from the specialist, and
Oh, cool.
so as long as I stay away from people.
What stroke do you do, Dave?
I think 10 lengths a long way.
Yeah,
What stroke do you do, Dave?
I can only do breaststroke and side stroke
Right.
because my shoulder's locked. So
Oh,
I
I
can't.
see.
Gary.
Cool. Hi, Sam.
Hi,
Sam,
I
Gary,
remember being told that swimming was the best exercise for my back.
Yeah, get in there.
So I did what I was told to do. And then after a couple of weeks, he said, how are you finding it? I said, it's bloody worse. And he said, what stroke are you doing? And I said, breaststroke. And he said, the worst stroke you could do, he said.
Oh, right.
And I said, why didn't you say that to me before when you advised me to go swimming? And he said, breaststroke is okay, but don't go like that with your legs. Kick.
Kick.
You're doing the crawl.
Oh, right. Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
That's what he said to me. He said it's not the best exercise for your back. If you've got a problem with your lower back,
No.
kick in like you normally kick doing breaststroke.
Yeah.
Well, I had a back problem back the late 80s, and I religiously went to the leisure centre for a swimming session before I went to the club I was working in then. And I don't do many strokes, so breaststroke was what I was doing.
Yeah.
And as you say, it didn't tell me anything different.
Yeah.
I sometimes feel at the side stroke bit,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
butterfly is probably the best for you, Dave.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I couldn't
You're
get
going to come
the
down and give me a lesson, are you?
Well,
I couldn't get the breathing there.
Dancing ability, I would have thought you have no problem.
I couldn't do 10 strokes of butterfly, let alone
Yeah, that's
10.
about it. And you
I
go
reckon
into
3 strokes, biscuit.
Happy now?
Yeah.
So yeah, I can do
Probably was an exaggeration.
Funny enough, when I was on holiday, I tried it. I did about 3 strokes before my arms couldn't get out of the water again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems a big waste of energy for a little bit of progress, isn't it? All that stuff moving.
Yeah.
It's the second fastest stroke, I think. Butterfly.
I can believe it.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose if you're out of the water for a great amount of time, that's your less resistance, you see?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you're not out of the water. Your arms are, but.
No, well, your chest comes up for a minute, doesn't it?
Comes out.
Yeah, to a degree, yeah. I remember when we used to go to the swimming club. You know those used to have the white floats with the rubber bands around them.
Yeah.
We used to tie them to our feet. Put your feet in them, and you just used to have to try and swim with them on your feet. With your feet, it was to keep your feet together. It'd also give you sort of more strength, apparently. So it was very uncomfortable. I remember.
Yeah.
If you have got an issue with your back, a butterfly will certainly find it.
Yeah.
It depends. Is it a strength thing or a pull, isn't it? The back.
Yeah.
A lot of us lose strength because you lose muscle definition as you get older because you don't use it.
Yeah. One of the boys yesterday fell through a roof about 3 months ago, broke his back in 3 places. He was lucky he didn't fracture he landed on his head, fell through the ceiling on the front of a concrete floor, and he was lucky he didn't fracture his skull, but he broke his back in 3 places.
Yeah.
So he's still in the brace now.
Yeah.
Your sons?
No, just a bloke I know.
Oh, okay.
You know, a builder in Swansea.
I know Gary asked last week. I didn't see the end of it. Is Jimmy? What was the outcome of Jimmy? Was he okay or?
He's okay. It's
Is he
sort of
home?
more.
Is he
Hello?
home?
Oh yeah, he's home. He's been home for quite a while now, but he's got it's more mental issues. Like he'll get up at 2:30 in the night and think it's time to get up.
Oh, yeah.
He loses
Tom,
track of the
Tom's
day.
got that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get up. I don't go to bed.
Yeah.
Why do you prefer? I know I can understand that you get better photographs during the night of the stars. It's a bit difficult during the day. When it's cloudy, why don't you need to get your body clock back in the sync again?
Why?
Well, it is normal to be asleep during the night and up during the day.
Oh, you used a normal word. You can't
What's
use a normal
normal?
word.
What is normal? It's my normal. My normal. It suits me fine. Your normal perhaps won't suit me fine. So who are you to judge? No, Biscuit. I find it more interesting to be up at night. That's all.
All right.
It's quieter. There's no traffic about, and you can
And burgling is easier.
Yeah, that's another plus for it. But you don't get don't get a lot of people calling you up disturbing you as well. You know, day you get calls or you get people getting in touch and all this, which is nice. But in the night, everybody, as you say, is sleeping.
Yeah.
Except the ones that are sending all the messages at 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mentioned burglaries. Then you don't hear of many burglaries these days, do you? I know people take stuff from gardens and garden sheds. We don't hear of many house break-ins, do you?
At the moment,
just me.
Newton is having an absolute pasting, the top of Newton. New estate from the rock upwards, all those new wimpy houses that bit.
Really?
Is it really having a pasting? Yeah.
Yeah, well, the houses are outside the houses.
All the houses themselves, and they're doing a lot of key cloning. So they're using electronics to nick expensive cars in the area.
Oh,
How
yeah.
do they do that?
Pardon?
So how do they do that?
They actually clone you a key. If for instance your key is within 5 yards of your front door, they've got the software and the equipment
Oh, right.
to pick up the key from the OB's whatever port and clone you a key so they can just drive the car away.
Fucking
On a more vegetable base, somebody's made a hit on the Gower Christmas tree place for pumpkins.
Oh yeah.
Were they? Oh.
Yeah.
What was
Yeah, I
that?
saw that. He wasn't very happy, was he? Understandably.
I was going to say I wouldn't be. Yeah.
So how can you take, like, you've got to have a lorry, haven't you, to take pumpkins or not?
Yeah.
All depends how many you want, I suppose.
You might have
presumably,
shown someone ready to go.
If somebody taking 3, you wouldn't notice.
No.
No, but if they were the 3 biggest ones he had, I suppose he would.
Right. I've not heard of this, so I don't know what the story
Yeah,
is.
he was on Facebook, wasn't he? Saying that
Yeah,
somebody
there's
got
pumpkins
in
pinched.
there and pinched them, and I suppose being at their round, I suppose they're fairly easy to roll away.
Yeah.
Are we having a laugh here or something?
Yeah.
Maybe I missed the point.
Yeah.
Imagine how many pumpkins pinched. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he was
maybe they have been stolen. He just grows them on a hill and they've
Yeah.
gone off on their
Rolled
own.
away. Yeah.
Perhaps it just rolled off.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody in three
Good thinking,
boxes.
Biscuit.
How many pumpkins did they take then?
5,000.
No. I'm not sure how many they took, but
Like it must be hard work, mustn't it? Sort of going around the fields nicking pumpkins. Would have thought.
yeah, I don't know. I think if I was going to nick something, I think it'd be more than a pumpkin because I think they only sell for about £1, don't they?
Oh, more than that.
You know, they can't grass you up. Can I?
Yeah, but hang on, it's Halloween coming up, isn't it? Pumpkins will be on prime.
Oh, you're on it, John.
That's it. They've hit it for the rush of when the greengrocers sell out the pumpkins. These guys would be down the pub saying, "Hey, John, want a pumpkin? Go on, go on."
I just had a mental picture now of a guy with a big raincoat opening up the pub full of pumpkins.
He'd have to wear a red suit and have a big bag over his shoulder, wouldn't he?
Yeah. Johnny Capex first suspect.
Yeah.
Fancy a pumpkin, John?
Oh well, it's well. I've missed all the news and all this burglaries. I've seen a missed all.
Have you seen Mr. Capex down Langland?
Have I?
I haven't seen him either.
No, I've been away, haven't I? So I've only been down there once, so I haven't seen him. No.
Oh.
We were due to play in a competition on Wednesday, but it was cancelled because of wind and rain.
Mm-hmm.
So no, but I assume he's still the same. I was speaking to our friend Philip Rushton. Some of you know, some of you don't.
I know. Yeah.
He's actually agreed to retire.
Is he?
Yeah.
Capex?
No, Philip Rushton.
Okay. Well, yeah,
And,
from the club thing, isn't it?
Yeah, but
All right.
only once Julie, his wife, gets her pension. So
Oh, that's a retirement party to look forward to.
yeah, so that's in about sort of 6 or 7 months, I think. So
Oh, there we are.
he's been in the club. I won't mention the club for about must be over 40 years now.
Yeah.
He did an apprenticeship, then he left that. He was a postman for a while, went down to Carbon Black, didn't like that, I think, and then went to work in his auntie's club, and he stayed there ever since.
Yeah. Briefly talking about money, this came in the post yesterday, all the way from Thailand.
All right.
All right, from Pixie.
Yeah, with a 500, whatever is the currency out there, note attached.
500.
And also, on the very same post, I don't understand this, came the check from the guy in France. Roper, something or other. What's his name now? He folded it up in a piece of paper. I thought he was going to write a couple of words, but he obviously folded it up so nobody can see the Mr. K. Storer.
Oh, Keith.
Oh,
Keith
Keith.
Story, yeah.
Yeah. So they both came in the same post.
Come on,
So
Keith.
I mean, do I? I murder with names, faces, and places.
He used to be a bouncer in Nuts and Cinders.
Not
Nuts, Neptunes.
I'm all. I would know him. And Pixie actually put this in with the money as well, which he must have had years ago. It's an old card of mine.
Jesus Christ. Classic.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I correctly anticipated the money coming in.
Oh, good one.
Yeah. Well, as you mentioned it, I haven't heard from Amy this week. I may have heard the mail today, but I think, as I said, she was moving house, so I suppose she's all over the place at the moment with the emails and everything. So, but I don't know. Do you know her, Gary?
I don't
You
know.
did say maybe Tuesday, but that could
Yeah,
change.
I haven't heard from her.
I know her work. I don't know her.
Right. No. I didn't know if you knew her. So I know she's been around here for a while. I'm not even sure where she lives, to be honest. I thought she lived in Bishopston, but I'm not sure. But anyway, I haven't heard from her, so I'm afraid we'll have to wait until she gets her internet sorted out. And
That's all right.
you know what it's like moving. You know, it's a difficult process. But the best.
Many
So-
things to do.
Well, yeah. I mean, it depends how often you move. I think as you get older, it gets harder. I know that.
Yeah.
You have more stuff.
I got less stuff now than I had when I was before. Yeah, I got rid of a lot of stuff when I was moving. Got opportunity to chuck stuff out. I get rid of it. You don't.
You've got stuff stored away. You said, didn't you?
Yeah, but that's not anymore. It doesn't exist anymore now. It's just stored away.
Right, let's see.
You know, it's got rid of for the moment.
Is that a mind?
They stopped paying the rental on the container.
Yeah. Okay.
It's storing stuff away is good. It's, out of sight, out of mind. It's all valuable stuff.
It's really weird, like, because it's hard to throw stuff away sometimes, you know, because you never know, you might need it. How many times have you gone to fix something and you had an odd bag of nails and screws and bits of pipe and this and that, and you threw it out, and the next week you have to go and fix something, so then you have to go and buy a bag of screws for £5, and you had these screws in that bag, sort of thing, you know. But it only happened once in about 25 years, sort of thing.
I know exactly what you mean, Conks. I got exactly that thing I got 3 sheds actually, and I can never find what I'm looking for until the next day when I'm looking for something else. I find what I was looking for the day before.
Yeah.
That after I've gone to somewhere like Cash Hardware and
You
bought
get
10
distracted.
screws.
That's perfectly normal, that is, Mike. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, all right. I'm considering actually throwing it all out now, just because I can never find the stuff I'm really looking for.
We can call you Michael 3 Sheds Eames then, can't we?
You could
Yeah.
do, yeah. One of them is really for garden stuff, like chairs and everything that gets put away in the winter. So,
Talking of finding things, I'm often desperately looking for a photograph in my archives. And I don't even mean the actual photograph. I mean the ones that I've taken and put on my laptop or on my phone. And the filing system I have, or rather I don't have, doesn't let me type in what I'm looking for, like dog, house, van, vehicles, whatever. And so I'm scrolling down. I'm thinking, oh, give up here, you know. I will come across it by accident one day, but being able to go to it, you know. So,
What did you have?
Just click save, and in it goes.
Did you have a title, or was it just a number of?
Did I have what?
Did you have a title on it?
No, what I've tended to do for years now, I take the pictures mostly on the camera, and then once I think, oh, it's been a month or two now, transfer them to my laptop, and then yep, they're all there. So it usually comes up as a file with a rough date or whatever I've given that date to. But then also it'll be a photograph that I've taken of an image. So something from maybe 1985 is also on a batch of pictures which I assembled, you know, just 2 years ago, you know, because I took a photograph of it and then reloaded it, you know.
It's always good when you got your personal photos. You just put a name on it, or you put some sort of reference, because then you just tap in the computer, look in my computer, John Blogs or Michael 3 Sheds Eames, and then it'll come up, you know, and you go through all your outside discs, inside discs.
Yeah, but what I find I take about, you know, I'm always taking pictures just generally through the day. So when it loads, it's anything from 150 to 250, and they're across the board. They're anything. They're all sorts of stuff. So to go through them all and give them a title so I can find them, it's like, oh. So I try and do it by the date that I put them on there, you know.
Yeah. You just go through them and put them into whatever file one at a time. Soup, you know, like the Matrix.
Thank you. One at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I decided a few years ago to have a system, and with the help of watching videos on YouTube.
Yeah, I need that.
You can create what they call smart files.
I should imagine.
So within your photos, you create a smart file, and So you name that smart file 2020, and all your photographs that were taken in 2020 will go to that folder.
Well,
And
no,
then
they won't with him because he puts different photos on different
well,
files.
it
Different
worked.
years, you
No,
download
you
them.
just find the photos of 2020,
Then
March
I
2020.
just looked in
March
2020 then, and then you could see, well, that batch of photographs, it was taken in Ibiza. So I'll just create a folder then for Ibiza, and all those go into there. And then that bunch of photographs were taken Christmas time, so that would be Christmas. And
But an
I
iPad.
try and do a date, like a couple of months date in the year, but actually sort of scrolling down, it's such a variety. There's maybe about 4 or 5 subjects within each load that I put
Yeah.
on.
but
I'm
with
not
the,
sure how it works, but the iPad does that automatically, doesn't it? It'll say Swansea, Ibiza, Mumbles, London,
right,
or whatever.
To a
I'm
certain
not
number.
sure if I got an iPad.
That depends on if you got a GPS tracker on the photo. Because
Well, nearly all cameras now do, don't they? If you're going to download them,
I think so, yeah.
if you download them,
But if you got photos before
Yeah.
pre GPS tech and cameras, then you know. But what I do, Sam, I'll tell you, is very, very simple. Every time I go out taking photos, I come in and I make a file. Okay, today is the 8th of 9th of October, 9th of October 2022. P900 or the other camera or whichever camera I'm using. Then I will put all my other camera photos of that day into that folder. Then that folder stays there then, and I've got it then for October. I've got October days photos. Okay, a separate file. So I put once I've used the photos I want to use, and if it's one special in there, I'll put an extra name in it, like Orion Star Shoot or something like that, just to twig the memory a bit, and then put it all into the days folder. So you end up with 12 folders of each month, with each day of each month in that folder. So you just go through.
Well, that system would fall down on me because I wouldn't come in at the end, the beginning, or the middle of the day and do that. The starters, you know, as methodically as you.
I take
they're
so
all
many.
there. It's just
No, but
finding
honestly,
them.
I take so many photos. I've got to do that. Otherwise, I wouldn't know where anything was at all. You know, I can go back now to 5 years. On January the 6th, I could find you a photo from January the 6th. You know, or that week around the 6th, I could have a scan through, and then it gets easier to find things. But sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Sometimes when I'm on a particular site,
sorry.
there's a little box sometimes comes up where you
Husband.
type in like, oh, a subject. Great. So when I've typed in, you know, vehicle or a flower, I've had it happen sometimes, and it does bring up flowers. But that box of choice is not always there when I go to my pictures. You know, what were you saying, Michael?
I was going to say none of these things suit you. The only way you'll do it is to start from day one and go through everything and put it under some sort of name. You know, half hour a day.
A good one for that is, have you got Google Photos? Do you use Google Photos?
I'm not sure.
Because if you use Google Photos, if you say nighttime photos, it'll bring up all the nighttime photos. But all.
But what I'm saying is, I don't have a box to put in nighttime photos.
No. It goes through all the photos, and if it looks like a nighttime or a sunset photo or beach photo or a surf photo, something like that.
Don't go to my
what
pictures.
What Windows are you using?
Huh?
What?
It depends how old his Windows are.
Oh, it's ancient. 7.
Oh, well, okay. Leave it go then.
The best thing for you then, Sam, is to make a copy of them, pin them up on the wall.
When somebody asks me for a picture, I often do it. I go through an actual folder of photographs, and I'll think, oh yeah, because I've been posting some up on a nightclub I worked in the 80s, and me and a friend started a little Facebook page, you know, Martha's Do It Team and Friends, and I put some of my pictures up there, but I've taken photographs of the photographs, my photographs, and then
Yeah.
loading them up. Because back in the 80s, there was none of this. Well,
Oh,
that's mortals used anyway.
that's right. Yeah. Yeah.
You want to get a scanner? It don't cost anything. You just buy a 40 quid printer scanner and scan your photos. It's so much better than just taking a photo of a photo, because you lose all the quality and all the light, everything. You lose everything, you know.
Yeah, I figured that.
I did all of mine, and it took me weeks. It took me weeks. All the photos I had, all my family photos, the old grandfather's photos, the grandfather's photos. I did all of them, scanned everyone, but it gets boring, I tell you. But it's good fun because you come across good shots. But
Did you actually go through the pain then of getting rid of the photographs and stuff? Did you stick them in a back bin bag?
oh no, I still got the originals.
Oh, I didn't. I actually dumped them.
Did you? I
Yeah.
couldn't do that. No.
That's like throwing away spare keys. Nobody does that.
Yeah.
You're never going to look at those originals.
Yeah.
But it's their actual touchy photos that aren't they? You know that perhaps your mother has touched or your grandfather has touched. You know, it's a little bit of coal that sticks to the photo, isn't it? You know?
They're all in a box somewhere, and after you're gone, that box, somebody look at the first 3 photographs and they'll say, well, this is old crap, and they'll just chuck the box out.
Yeah, what's anybody else would be worth nothing, you know. But to me,
That's the job.
it's a gold mine, you know.
One way of dating the photographs, if you look at them, sometimes round corners and looking a bit brown, no matter what the original colour was. And that's a sort of a late 70s, early 80s deal.
Unfortunately, Sam, you've got to, it's like everything. Like I'll say, I'd love to learn to play the guitar, but I obviously wouldn't that much because I couldn't be bothered to do it.
Yeah.
But you say about your photographs, it's a case of devoting a lot of time to doing it. You know, and if you never get round to it, but I do find that if you've got a question to ask, put that question into YouTube, and you'll be amazed how many people have asked the same question.
Yeah, for sure. I was on it earlier trying to find something out, and Mikey, you made a comment on it. It was the girl who asked me, why does the sun go into 3 stripy colours, you know? And I knew the answer, but I couldn't figure out how to explain it. It's the atmosphere, and it's all the atoms are dispersed, and the blue light gets shot, and the green and the red and yellow light comes through more fast, easily. But I just went on to Google to find it why, and I found the exact thing that I needed, and it was what I had said in rubbish, but it was written down correctly, sort of thing.
Oh, I was going to ask, who's John Phillips?
Oh, I don't know.
Sorry.
He's banned now, anyway. He's banned. I banned him. I put him on hold for a month.
Perhaps he's Paul Phillips's brother.
I don't know. But, you know, he says he surfed Langland and he didn't like it because he didn't like the atmosphere, you know. I mean, he obviously never surfed Aberafon with Beefy in the water, did he, you know?
Well, ban him for life, bollocks to him.
No, I give him a month.
Did you have a nickname?
Like you get these out of the blue friend requests on Facebook, and he came up and it said, you know, like you said, 3 mutual friends, and
You check them out.
and you think, I don't like, you know, like some people will just accept and be friends and all this stuff, and I always think, who are these people? And it comes up 3 friends. One was Yukon, one was Paul Henry,
He's on my
one was somebody else. Can't remember who the third one was.
Who's going to
And I
that?
thought, well, how do you know? Why does he want to be friends with me?
Yeah,
So-
sometimes I get that, and I think
Famous Biscuit, you're on I Love. Famous Biscuit, you're on the
We
Silver.
all wanted the same biscuit.
No,
Yeah.
but sometimes I reply, and actually it's a bit. I can't quite hold back the sarcasm. And I say sort of, why do you want to be friends with me? And I then put a little polite line in saying, have we met somewhere and I've forgotten all about it? You know, because you get these ones trolling in from the Middle East
Yeah.
that want to hook up, trying to reach.
If I get one similar, something like that, it says, "Hi, how's it going?" You know,
Yeah.
and he says name, and you know it. Hey, my brother wouldn't say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll go back to him and say that
Remember the
me and
time
Sam
when we
are
went
asking,
somewhere, you know?
me and Sam are asking who you are.
Yeah. Yeah, but I usually, if I reply to a, "Hi, how are you?" and I think, oh, I haven't heard from Neil for a while. Bloody hell. Last time I saw him was about 3 or 4 years ago. So I said, oh, how are you doing? Because I haven't seen you since that day down at the South End when you just got over your illness. And of course, the reply comes back, not relating to what you've just said.
No.
Just, oh, life is really good now. Have you heard about this thing that's going on?
Yeah.
It's just trying to suck you into a scam.
Yeah. Well, funny enough, you know, like you get on Messenger, and the name it didn't mean anything to me, and then just before I was about to log on to this tonight, I could see this thing. Somebody sent you a message. Do you want to look at it? You know, so I clicked on it, and it was a girl. And I remember her name when she said, "Did you used to live in West Cross?" I used to live in Maitrey Avenue, now living in Australia. And I recognised the name, you know, I remember the house that she lived in Maitrey. It's too much of a coincidence.
Yeah, oh yeah, she was multi-bona fide.
Yeah, too much to be a scam, but I do remember her from West Cross.
Yeah.
But,
When they just give you the hi, how you doing? You know it's a scam. They've just hacked it.
Yeah.
But it's coming from a friend of yours, seemingly,
That's right.
isn't it?
yeah.
You're into comedians a bit. Have you seen Tudor Owen?
Tudor Owen.
Yeah.
No.
Look him up. He's a Welsh comedian. He's really quite funny. He was talking about Facebook the other day. He's got a few things on the Facebook sort of thing, clips, and he talks a lot about like real Welsh things, like the Welsh language. He was saying that there's no J and no K in the Welsh language. He said, which is all great. He said, apart from the day JFK died. That was a bugger then. Welsh newspapers didn't know how to deal with it. Just said, "Oh, K has died."
blank K.
Yeah, but he's really he's funny. He's got a few things on Facebook, so give him a look. I know you'll enjoy some of the things he says.
Tudor what?
Tudor Owen.
Tudor Owen.
Yeah, he's
I shall make a note.
Yeah.
And me. I got from my.
Yeah. Yeah, so but he did a thing on Facebook about all these little scams and everything else, and the people on there. And
I noticed that another thing which is dying from the England side, because of the way they speak, or the way the speak goes, and you'll hear, you know, quite respected newsreaders and presenters, hosts. Like I listen to Desert Island Discs, quite interesting people coming on, some of the music, Lauren Laverne. And what was the word? I'm not sure if it was, but any word that just got a T towards the end of it, it just gets dropped. So territory becomes territory. No T.
Yeah.
That's a Japanese legit show. Territory.
There's a lot of newsreaders now actually speak, well, they speak colloquially, really, don't they? They don't speak BBC, they speak whatever language.
I think the programs, they want to appear cool by having these street people on it. Even if you've got a legend of the station being quite kosher, they don't appear to be missing the boat of what a lot of people sound like, rather than pandering to bad grammar.
Yeah.
We've got less. You'll come back.
Yeah,
I'm not well. I'm going to pass as well.
I won't come back.
Okay, well, keep up a swimming, let's keep up a swimming.
Swimming, Dave.
Cheers.
You're looking good, man.
Okay, thank